And here's Brad.
Hello.
Well, powerful film. Very, very, very powerful film.
Thanks.
The first question that immediately comes to mind, a little closer. First question that immediately comes to mind to me is, what was it that got you thinking about the lack of answers and the certainty of death? Was there something going on in your life or in the world that made you make this film?
You're looking for a more profound answer probably than I have.
That's okay. No, it could be a simple answer.
I'm just interested in those things. I'm interested in questions. Like the types of movies that I like are the movies that aren't necessarily like action movies or something like that. They're things that just kind of are probing questions that are kind of making you think or reflect about things. And so those are the things that interest me because I'm interested in big questions like if God exists or not or why we're here and things like that. And we all are, I think, when we, kind of reflect back on things. And so, and the idea of it being about questions kind of emerged afterwards as I was like editing it. I was like, I think that's what it's kind of about because I was looking for what it was about because I felt like it was maybe rambling too much. And I'm like, what do these stories all have in common? And I was like, well, everyone's just kind of asking questions.
I have a little bit of a foreign coin collection, and so I was fascinated by seeing the coin.
Yeah.
What was the coin that you actually used?
It's a 2 real of Castile, I think, is because Spain was 2 countries or whatever. It's at a certain time. And that's what it was. It was my dad had a coin collection of like I think they were all replicas. I don't think they were real. It was just I don't know what he had them for or whatever. And one of them was from around the same time as Christopher Columbus, and I just thought it was the one that looked the coolest. And I wanted a prop, something that could tie the stories together so that so you could tell where in time you were at different points and whatever. So basically I was thinking $20 bill, and then I was like, I think that's been done probably. Isn't there like a French film or something? Yeah. And then I was thinking like a watch, and I was like, well, that's Pulp Fiction. And so I just thought, well, how about like a coin, but not just like maybe something that's the size of a quarter and could be mistaken for a quarter, but it's not a quarter, it's an ancient coin, and supposedly it has value, but maybe it doesn't or whatever. Well, when you're talking different styles, do you mean like the black and white versus the color, or the... Oh, right. Yeah.
The universe there.
Yeah.
That going on.
Well, okay, this movie was like made for like a couple $1,000s. It's like a 0 budget movie. And so I was trying to think of ways, when you've got this footage, and then it's just like, how can I make this as visually interesting as possible? So I was just trying to capitalize as much on digital techniques using Photoshop and After Effects to composite stuff together, using public domain music and imagery and stuff. And so that's part of it, I think, is, and I mean, some of it was just aesthetics that I liked. Like I like images from the Hubble Space Telescope as kind of lends itself to ideas of big questions and us being really small, and then like microscopic things too, like the other way. And so as far as the visual effects, I think that's what it was. And it was like, well, I mean, I have to show that somehow. And it was like I had to go like the computer animation route for that. And then I just thought it would be cool to do the black and white kind of old film look for the 1928 stuff.
What mental process went to you go, this is going to be my first film, and it's such a broad and such a big piece?
I'm crazy. I don't know why. I don't know why I did that. I mean, like it was just like. Thank you. That's encouraging. I don't know. I mean, like I thought the answer to your question simply is that I thought making a feature film would be a lot easier than what it is. And I had no money. It was like 0 budget. And for some reason, I thought I could do this thing in a year. And then a year went by, and that was shooting. And I'm like, well, I've got to edit this thing. And then I'm all the way through the summer, and I'm like, I don't have like 2 scenes edited. And then as each step of the way, I just realized how complicated it would be. And but back to your question, like I don't know. I mean, like I had this epic idea in my head, and for some reason I thought that it would be easier or something. I don't know.
Do you think you'll be doing any other feature films anytime soon?
I hope I get the chance to make more feature films, I'll tell you that. I really would like to do one on a real budget. That would be amazing.
So 20,000?
That would be a real budget in comparison. It really would be. It really would be. Yeah. I hope so. I've got an idea for a science fiction movie that that's nothing like this at all, that I think would be neat to do.
Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having my film. It's an honor. Thank you so much.